Look at you, you yummy, scrumptious donut. Today, we're going to be looking at PulseChain ecosystem with some altcoins. But first, friends, let's speak a bit more about Richard Hart. Always a hot topic of conversation because you all love hearing about it. Look, friends, at the end of the day, we have now seen crypto markets tumble. We're seeing, World War III flood, pre-programmed. You've been watching all my videos. I love every single one of you. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is what it looks like right now from Richard Hart's now momentary top buy. Now, whenever I make these videos, I know a lot of people get really some people get really offended because I know you're talking about the D leader. Can't talk about the D leader. I just want to tell you, friends, I'm on the boat ride with you, okay? So just to confirm, I don't criticize Richard Hart. He's the billionaire, not me. He's the genius, not me. I'm just a peanut brain, you understand? I'm wearing a Pikachu hat. I am on the ride. You understand? You know what you sign up for in crypto, okay? We have to have some perspective because it is not fair for someone to go say, well, you bought the top, haha, we all wrecked. You don't say that, man. It's like your family members coming and telling you, guess what, man, I'm still down after 3 years in this investment, or Chainlink's not moving, or PulseChain and PulseX is not moving. By the way, they're going to be saying those same things about the Solana and Coinbase altcoins that a lot of the family members have bought, okay, that are going to get wrecked on. So volatility's in the game and you got to wait it out. That's it. However, Richard Hart can afford to make mistakes because on average, the decisions he makes, he can always basically, whenever he bottoms out, he can always make himself back, okay? He can always think of an idea. He's an entrepreneur pretty much. You and me, though, our odds of revival are lower. That's why what I'm about to tell you is very, very important, okay? So you remember, friends, this is the monthly candle for Ethereum, the monthly chart. And what ends up happening is, okay, the sacrifice funds deploy nothing here. So at the bottoms here, this is Ethereum, between $800 to $1,000. Nobody wanted any, well, no, nobody. I mean, we're all bullish on Ethereum. Richard Hart said, guess what? I think I'm still bearish. Interest rates are up. Stocks are going to crash. He was very, very bearish, okay? But then what ends up happening is we end up going up, okay? We go up. And Richard, known for being a bear, basically called the top here. It comes back the whole way. And right on this moment, friends, after pretty much 7 green monthly candles in a row for Bitcoin, the market makes him capitulate. It basically, this is it, right? This is literally the chart now. So after being a bear, he called the top, right? No one cares about that. Just to let you know, now it's no longer, hey, Richard Hart, I called the top. Now it's, oh yeah, I did that trade a few years ago. That was a good trade. You know what I mean? That was pretty much it. So we're moving on to new stuff. That's why people want more new winning champion glory things to basically rally behind. So Bitcoin does this whole reversal up, even gets him by surprise. He thinks he says, oh, I think there's resistance here. Wrong. Bitcoin spot ETF. Wrong. And here we come back here. We come right up to here, friends, right up to literally here after this whole move. He's bearish the whole time. He flips bullish up here and he says, 240K Bitcoin. So I'm just showing you, man. I made videos about this. And actually, baby dolls, for you live, I've actually gone back. I found my post from March 3rd, 6 weeks ago. So as you can see, friends, look, I even have this here. I'll go Richard Hart's bear capitulation. Look, Richard Hart had a bear capitulation moment when Bitcoin flushed up to 64K. Bitcoin was right up to a point to make him admit he was wrong, and he also tweeted the most ever in a long time, even PulseChain launched. I'm just showing you, friends. Look, I'm going to show you just an example right now. Shout out to KDP. I did not even see this comment. Look, this was 6 weeks ago, all right? Pretty much. Look, Katie mentioned, didn't you call for the 80K Bitcoin to top? So, see what I mean, friends? This is, look, no harsh feelings for everyone. Okay, it's cool, friends. I can cop it on the chin. Look at this chiseled jaw. Okay, I can take any hit. This happens in every altcoin community. Okay, Bitcoin, you can't say anything bad about Satoshi. Not even bad, friends. Not saying anything bad. You can't say that they're human. All right, it's not bad. Okay, I'll tell you, I'm on board. I haven't sold anything, buying more. I have been buying more. But you can't, that's why they say you can't criticize the D leader, just like North Korea, right? But it is, friends. Humans, we have a worship gene, you know that, right? We don't like hearing our idols. Oh, yeah, look at Michael Jackson. Don't say that stuff about him. All these things, okay? It goes through all stretches of life, okay? So in my message here, it was nothing anti-Richard Hart. I was just saying, for you, I was telling you, hey, man, Richard is really smart. He can make things back. I'm telling you, man, even he got this one momentarily. He's in pain now, right? Theoretical pain, right? 31% drop. He bought after 7 green candles, 7 green monthly candles, 6 green monthly candles is also dangerous, man. You got to be careful about that. I'm here to teach you because he's going to be fine. But what about you and me, friends? I'm trying to look after you to tell you this, okay, to teach you. Okay, so as you can see, all the comments were like this, like, hey, they're trying to basically say, oh, but didn't you do this? Didn't you do that? Okay, so here you go, friends. Back in 2023, who cares about my Bitcoin top? I go, yeah, guess what? I hope Bitcoin goes to 120 or 200K. I hope it does, or 250K. However, I'm prepared for 80. I am prepared if Euphoria happens there. You know what I mean? So, funny, my post had nothing to do with that whatsoever, but then straight away, instantly, it's kind of funny, friends. Luckily, it's got by the grace of God. Today, we're just saying, okay, World War III fight, everything's going down. How does that look like right now? Have a look at this. Look at the arrow point. That's what I posted. I posted it up here. Look at that. Ethereum does a 31% smackdown drop down to 2,700, 2,800. And is it even, might go even lower down now. So just to show you, look what I was also saying, friends, back then. Look how I knew it was a capitulation moment, right? He uttered the words 240K Bitcoin as the plus 50% monthly God candle did the bear killer move. So the final month, bang, plus 50% up. He's like, oh, 240K Bitcoin. Remember, he's talking about 10K. The last time you heard him talk about a price cycle was 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 240. You see that? I'm just showing you, fans. These things happen. Okay, Ethereum, you're not allowed to say that Vitalik may have done something wrong or he's too... You're not allowed to say anything else. Polkadot, can't talk about Gavin Wood. Charles Hoskinson, you're not allowed to talk about him. Brad Garlic Breath, he does no wrong. Even though, Brad Garlic Breath in XRP, he dumped $150 million of XRP while saying it was going to the moon in 2020, as early as that, okay? And they've dumped $1 billion worth plus. So as you can see, you can't basically say anything about them. But that's why, friends, crypto trilemma problem. No one else out there, friends. Go watch these other content creators. They do not dare talk to a community and go, hey, community, the founder, these are the human side parts of him. They don't dare do that because they're all a bunch of frauds, because they don't have a chiseled jaw like this to take some hits from the crowd. They don't have that at all, because they're just like, let's be friends, sign up to me, because they see our subs as money, because they're basically selling ICOs and all this other stuff to the followers. They're like, oh, your view is just as, like, your view, you're just another like ant out there, another rat out there in the sewers, pretty much. I just need more views, and when I get more views, I get to make more money by shitting stuff for you. Okay, so that's what makes me highest value content in crypto, right? Here I am, look, even explaining in my post here. So remember, shout out to KDP. Remember, KDP is just a representation of everyone and how they feel, remember, because she got a lot of likes. It's not just her, okay? But I'm just showing you, like, even in this post, there's nothing anti-Richard Hart about it, but that's how the crowd interprets it as. Look at this. So he is a genius. However, the Bitcoin 240K call comes out on the 6th green monthly candle Euphoria. If this was anyone else, I would say, sounds like a standard I got it wrong type of capitulation. Maybe it goes the other way now. So I'm just here once again to tell you for the 1000th time, man, it's going to be all right, okay? But look, he can afford to make mistakes, you can't. That's why I'm telling you the importance. Don't do leverage, man. You see, I know for a fact, I know there are people out there, you know who you are, we can see you, man. You took on leverage trades on Ethereum because Richard Hart bought. He's bought up at 3,800. And now, I think he probably liquidated by now, down 30%. You're like, there's no way he'd let it go down there. He thinks we're going up to 20K. Yeah, we could end up there, friends, but there's volatility and stuff along the way, okay? So I even told you, look at this. No more bears left, okay? Let's see how March goes. The market made Richard admit he got it wrong. Do you see that? So just showing you. Don't worry about that next month and his little time. Just showing you this is important. They're important things. We finally got him to capitulate. Just like how maybe at the top, Jim Cramer comes out of retirement. Hey, we finally got him to say crypto's bullish. It's going up for 10 years or something. Maybe he says that at the very, very top. Maybe we've got a country to capitulate in. Okay, it's very, very important to look at these signals and stuff. That's why I'm here doing the hard job here for you, okay? Now, remember, look, friends, they didn't even read the post. Look what I'm saying. Bull markets are where you climb a wall of worry. No more worry right now until the next monthly candle scare appears. Oh, I bet you're worried now. Don't I sound like a bit like a soothsayer oracle looking at this? Like, it's just crazy, man. Look at this. I'm just showing you. Look, this is what it looked like. This is what freaking Bitcoin looks like. And that's 61K. Guess what? Ethereum's still down. I've told you this. Just because Bitcoin can go up from its tops, okay, it doesn't matter. If you are long, say Bitcoin after 6 green monthly candles, if you're long Solana and Coinbase coins or anything else at that same point, you're long Bitcoin there, even though you don't think it. So if Bitcoin just goes up more and then you go up more, but then Bitcoin retraces, you probably just flush down because that's it. The sentiment's gone. You're just trading a sentiment emotion. Yeah, the USD price changes. So yeah, this is the funny part. If Bitcoin goes back down, actually Bitcoin funny is back down to, if it goes back down to 62K or 59K, actually below this point, if it pokes below there, you'll see a lot of these altcoins, they're down like 60% and pretty much bleeding. Because why? Because the market's going to rotate into a new sentiment now, a new story. Look at this, friends. While everybody was euphoric, look what I'm talking about here. I go, Mt. Gox still has 140,000 BTC, or what about even a self-custody ban? It will be something, be ready, right? See, I'm talking about the next monthly candle scare. Here we are, pre-programmed. Here we go. It's World War III. Oh no, everything's gonna blow up, friends. Don't worry. Well, they're inflationary. Do you understand? So this is the important part. I'm here. I have no coins, friends. I'm not here to sell you anything. Of course, you know that, man. Of course, friends. I have no indicators. There's no private group. I'm not sending you any subscription service. I literally have nothing to lose here. In fact, friends, I lose followers when I say this stuff. I lose them, man. It's funny. They can't hear the truth. They can't hear the truth. Okay, everybody's human. Okay, do as I say, not as I do. That's pretty much what Richard Hart would say. It's the same goes with everything else, friends. Pretty much. So, as you can see, a lot of people, I know how you're going to interpret it. Oh, well, you know, maybe they're trying to get something. No, there's nothing here, man. I'm not trying to do anything. You know what happens to any of these other vampire coins when they, because friends, look, on average, yes, there's only one your friend Sommi. There's only one of me, okay? One of one, unique, rare, epic, ST, okay? A very high-level Pokemon, you might say. In 9 out of 10 cases, whenever someone starts doing what I do, it leads to, hey, I've got a coin here. Hey, I'm going to treat you right. I'm going to do whatever Richard Hart is. That's why I don't blame anybody here. That's why when I say Katie or anybody else talking like this, I get it, man. I'm here with you. I know because they're like, wait a minute. This is how the vampires attack. I know, friends, but there's only one of me. That's it. One. Complete friendship. Now, I've made this post to show you. This is what it looks like right now, okay? Because this is the thing, friends. You got to be, you're on board or not. So that's why I have no criticism, man. I don't really care. Just it's you're on board or not. That's it. Okay, is it? That's why, friends, I got asked this every day. I go, hey, did Ethereum hit $8,000 yet? Nope. Is ETH BTC pumping? Is it at like 0.06 or higher? Nope. Okay, no, it's not. Is it a year after the Bitcoin halving? No, it's not. In fact, we haven't even had the Bitcoin halving yet. You know what I mean? So it's still early. It's still early. So that's why I'm telling you, oh, we're still on board. Okay, let's see where we land at the very, very end. Okay. So you're on board for his captain's call. That's pretty much it. Okay. And yes, like I've got to mention many, many times that there's no criticism, man. It is what it is. But, you know, it's interesting, right? So it goes from not talking about Bitcoin bull at all, and then just flipping to that moment. Man, the market consumes souls, friends. Remember, friends, look, I just hate to break it to you, but the whole crypto industry, they don't just hate Richard Hart for the scamming and then all this stuff, that what they think happened, right? There's no scamming, okay, of course. They don't hate him for that. They double hate him for what he did in 2022, which was, while HEX is crumbling minus 98%, he's going out and twerking and doing the outrage marketing, okay? They really hate him for that. But that might be useful later on when the candles go up, because it'll be easier for them to buy because their brains have linked like, oh, wait a minute, the candles doesn't go up. They'll forget about that, okay? So it might make sense later on. However, that's why they don't like him, because he danced on the graves of everybody else. He did anti-Michael Saylor rhetoric and all these other stuff. And then so Michael Saylor, oh, bought the top on leverage. Yeah, but he's talking about, oh, you guys got wrecked. You're going to lose everything, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? The whole market comes back. HEX is still down more than minus 98%, which I'm going to show you all the charts. It's still more, that's why the crypto industry has this view like that. And yes, friends, that's the thing, man. I don't make a coin. Why don't I make a coin? Because I know when it goes down, whoop, you need, friends, you really need to be a visionary to be a coin, okay? You really got to be a visionary. You've got to make this stuff. There's got to be a strong thesis that you think not going to go around. Guess what? People get it wrong. The seasons and the stories and the narratives change. XRP was the payment solution thing in 2017, and guess what? The narrative moved away from them too. Just to show you that these things, friends, we're all infallible humans. We are nothing, okay? So, also, it's kind of funny, just to prove to you how... look, friends, let's play some nice pump music as well. Let's prove to you that it's so hard for people in a community to look at the human side of a leader. It is impossible. You can't do that. We have a worship gene, man. But look, there is a narrative out here. Look, is he actually shorting ETH? So the narrative is, because people don't want to say he's wrong. He got this one. He got this moment. He's not really wrong, friends. He's playing for the long term. He's playing for the long term. He's not really wrong. But because everyone's so short term, they think he's wrong. So instead of admitting, hey, man, this was, he capitulated. He basically bought the top at this point, should have waited. Instead of saying that, they can't even utter those words. They're now saying, how do you know he didn't get short? That's what they're saying. Come on, bro. How much cope do you really want? Do you honestly, like, that's the cope. It's like, no, he was making money anyway. Like, it's basically saying, forget everything. They can do no wrong. But don't worry, it happens in Brad Garlic Breath, happens with Charles Hoskinson, happens with Vitalik, Justin Sun, every single coin in the founder. It's the same thing over and over again. I see it everywhere. That's why I'm blessed to share it with you here, so you don't basically cheat and paper bag and paper hand out. Now, because you're a darling, I'll play some nice gentle angel music for you as well, because you're a baby doll darling. We're going to just look at the PulseChain ecosystem prices, friends. This is PLS on a weekly, okay? Unfortunately, like this is a weekly. Yes, we are flipped red now, and we need to close up above 8,200 pretty much to get in. It's like an 11% move. Hey, there's still chance, but yeah, time is running out. And look, friends, I'm just telling you now, flipping the weekly chart on the super trend, which is 3 times the ATR, closing there, it's significant, man. I'm not going to lie. Just say, oh, we're still cheap. Yeah, we're still cheap. Could take a long time. Very unfortunate, friends. As you can see, we flipped green with every other coin. The first time it lands here, it's basically a moonshot. I'm just going to prove it to you and just show you, right? This is Chainlink. By the way, Chainlink on a monthly super trend is now back to pull that green. But let me just show you what Chainlink did back here. See this? Look at this. Chainlink flipped green on the monthly super trend, and then literally from this moment, it did a 3x pump. You see that? Look, it flipped green, pulls back in, and then snap. It actually went back up. Funny, it did it a second time as well, and then it pulled back. It's very unfortunate that PulseChain being so weak only did it once. The first pullback, it's just basically come back and flip. So, yeah, man, I know people give up on stuff all the time, friends. I'm telling you, I'm still long. Nothing's changed. Expecting this. But yeah, man, look, that's why I'm telling you, man, don't knock lottery tickets and meme coins. Like, friends, I didn't think it would come to this, man. I did not know. I'm looking at my portfolio and I'm like, oh, wow. Meme coins and altcoins are the future, and these core coins are absolutely an abomination because market cap does matter. You have people like Dick Cherry smashing down everything. Like one guy with one clip can drop it down 23% and kill everything, right? And you have all these other unfortunate realities where just too many people tune its sides. That's it. The market cap's big, man. The market cap is big. So also you have PulseX pretty much hanging on by a nail here as well. It's flipped red on the weekly super trend as well. It's so thin. But you pretty much, friends, you know, the writing's on the wall at this point. You get to see. It's very unfortunate, man. Look at the fake out, right? We go back down. Richard Hart starts buying the coins up and then rejected again instantly. So look at this, friends. By the way, he bought $14 million worth. And look at that. We then drop 77% on PulseX after an injection buy. Think about that. After it. And with sentiment in that. So I'm basically telling you, when people think, don't worry, we're going to deploy all the funds and we're going to go up 300x, much higher than you can possibly imagine. Okay, man. Habib, I hope you're right. I hope to God you're right. Please be right. Because I'll tell you right now, PulseChain does a 100x. Dick with Butt and HOA and Teddy Bear and Pete, they're not doing 100, brother. They're doing 500. Do you understand? They're doing literally between a 200 to a 500 on PulseChain if that happens. So that's if we get 100x. But if PulseChain only does from here, because it's so low, oh my gosh, if it only does like a 20x from here. So let's say it gets a 20x above day one sack. Or maybe those altcoins do anywhere from like a 40 to a 100. So depends how high you think the altcoin's going to go. Because yes, we do see that, friends. You don't get, look, you're already seeing it, man. Meme coins and altcoins, friends. People don't go and rotate just into a core coin. They don't do that. They don't do that. The liquidity is so much thinner and the ecosystem stuff around it. That's why Tang is making this universe of all these other meme coins. I'm guessing it's beneficial for the ecosystem because people want to move around and play around and stuff, see stuff moving. Guess what? They're staying within the ecosystem. They don't need to go to move to other stuff. Tang and pHEX and Atropa, this ecosystem's being built out. Yes, it's just, friends, honestly, it's just a bunch of coins. It's like a bunch of businesses out there. It's like, okay, you are the hippie chick. So it's, friends, it's like you're going to the shopping center in a new city and there's a shopping center store. Okay, there's Tree of Life for the hippie girls. You've got the corporate girls, you know what I mean? You've got like the really scantily clad girls. You've just got like a store where they literally sell you just like a glad wrap because pretty much girls want to walk around naked and stuff. You know, there's something for everything. There's a nun outfits, it's church girl stuff. That's pretty much it. You're going out into these retail stores ahead, but you're like, you know what? It's all material that I'm putting on my body at the same day. I still got to outlay money for it. That's the same thing when it comes to meme coins. You're going shopping for altcoins, but it's great, right? If they don't cater to all the audience out here, right? Participants, investors in the digital ecosystem, people bridge out and go out somewhere else. You know what I mean? That's why that's why I dig with, but like, hey, I've got a funny thing that's universal. That's why it's such a good idea. And HOA is like sitting in between, right? It's in the middle of the universe. That's why, and as well, pHEX, Teddy Bear, Trevor. I love all of these things. That's why it really is building out the whole ecosystem. Okay. Now let's go back and check HEX's price chart, friends. This is really low. Wow, this is actually, I got to make a post here. HEX is actually now it's below its new all-time low, cycle low. Wow, it's 0.008. That is a giant, big, fat ouch. And it is very devastating to see, friends. I've just made a post. I'll just quickly pause the video just to do it. So HEX now, combined HEX. So friends, this is the funny part. There's two camps, right? There's people saying, oh, let's not do the combined hex. Let's do the pHEX only. Yeah, it makes things look even worse than that. I want to show you. But by the way, this is the ratio, right? The pHEX to pulse ratio, it is around here. Maybe it's stabilizing and maybe it comes back up here and then does some sort of little bottom here. There you go, some sort of bottom. Maybe. But if you go back to the USD price chart, remember, this is pHEX, friends. pHEX is down, wow, below a penny. This is crazy, down 0.0075. I'm going to go look at the total HEX price chart. So if you want to look at where pHEX is, it's down at this price here, which is down 98.63%. This one right now, this is combined HEX. Wow, it is down minus 98.4%. Big ouch. Huge ouch. That combined HEX is well below a cent. And look at this, friends. This damaged move is so harsh. It is 10% below, 11% below pretty much where the corrupt SEC attacked. So is the market oversalty? Are you buying the dip? Please tell me. So when it comes to this, friends, I just want you to know, yes, man, this is really hard. This is really harsh because think about this, okay? It is down minus 73% since Richard Hart's anti-eHEX tweets, okay? Anti-eHEX. Look, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red weekly candles in a row. Look at this. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did 6 around the corrupt SEC attack, but we still kept bleeding on anyway. So yeah, man, that is very, very damaging, especially if you're a HEX maxi. That is very cruel to see, man. And I want to show you this as well. You already know this. This is with Richard buying, already deploying money. So that's pretty much it. So look, friends, I'm not here to dance in any graves, of course not. But man, that's just harsh to see that. I guess my theory's all right. It's not store of value, friends. It is a DeFi altcoin. It is the equivalent of Luna. It is the equivalent of Olympus DAO, where people just bought it for yield only. They don't actually, look, it's not me saying, yeah, there are believers. They'd like to call 5 to 10% believers, but the overwhelming market majority, they're not believers. All right, they're not believers like they are in Bitcoin and Ethereum. They don't sell those things down 93% after 3 years. If Bitcoin had that chart, we wouldn't have a crypto industry. You know that. Of course you know that. Bitcoin is still down 99% after 3 years. You wouldn't do that. So this is a harsh reality when it comes to that. Now, here's the thing. It can still bottom out versus Pulse, right? Because this is the Pulse ratio. This is a weekly chart. It's still possible that it can do this. It's just that, man, that's just a big move. Like I said to you, friends, look, with Richard buying, it still dropped this. So how much money needs to be injected to rescue everyone? How much more money needs to get inserted? The whole ecosystem is leveraged on Ethereum. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. So what am I doing? Well, I think if you want leverage on HEX recovery, I mean, you could, it's so low now. I mean, like, everyone's been buying it for 3 years at this point. Literally, friends, you know, in September will be the 3-year anniversary since the 55-cent top. So we literally have about 4.5 months. Wow, almost 3 years down 99%. It sucks, right? So if you want leverage on HEX recovery, you could do something. There's some strategies you could do, right? You could do, for example, so you're thinking, okay, if HEX recovers, obviously Icosa and Hedron will recover harder, all right? Mostly because they're much more thin, much more smaller cap. They're part of the ecosystem. So instead of, like, I know a lot of you are like, oh, I don't have much money, but if you wanted to buy, let's say you're down to the pennies and you want to participate in HEX. I mean, it's so cheap anyway, but you could participate in Icosa. You buy like pIcosa to do that, and then hopefully it gets like a 2 or 3x leverage on that. So I know we thought they'd go much higher, but unfortunately they haven't. Now, what I'm going to do is just show you the eHEX chart, friends. I'm going to look at the eHEX pulse ratio because I don't look at the USD. Look at this. It's still holding up. Isn't that cool? It's still holding up. He's just showing you, I think the market is happy with around this value zone for eHEX. So that's pretty much it. So I guess your friend Sommi was right. Your friend Sommi was right. I'm not here to gloat. I'm just telling you, okay? eHEX dropping down from Richard Hart's anti-eHEX tweets was a foreshadowing of the weak hands in pHEX and the rest of the market. All right, so there's no glory in that. I go, well, it is what it is. See, everybody just said, hey, eHEX, you're the ugly child. Get away from me. We're the shoot. And I'll tell you, guess what, man? I think the schizos who did that, I think there's skits in the other stuff as well. And that's exactly what's happened. Let's talk about some actual strategy stuff here, friends. Let's actually look at Icosa. So this is the P version of Icosa. You can buy both if you want. You're just taking high risk. The other one. This is Icosa pulse ratio. So you can't actually tell much, friends, because Icosa trades as a linked ratio to HEX. So this is the Icosa HEX chart, but I'm going to change it to the actual Icosa HEX ratio so you can see. So you see this? This is pretty much it. So actually nice. You can see here, right? We had to go up. We flushed up. This is the first move. All right. Now, if you're betting on HEX recovery, what you're pretty much betting on is if this goes up, let's say that'll be nice, friends, if this comes back to 36 one day. And by the way, the ceiling is 50. So I'm just being conservative, okay? I'm being conservative. If Alex can somehow get this back to 36, what would it actually be? Okay, that would mean from today, Icosa does a 5.5x on top of whatever HEX does from today. So if you think from today, HEX does a 100x, it goes up to like 80 cents, which is 100x from here. If you think it does that, Icosa can do a 550x from today, but that's because it's been sold off so much. Now, what if it doesn't hit 80 cents? Okay, it doesn't really matter because it's a ratio. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. What if HEX only hits 10 cents? Okay, I know this number so low. What if HEX only does a 15x from here? And let's say this ratio, let's say the ratio comes back to here. You do a 3.5x on that. So if HEX does like a 12, you could do like a 3 on that. So you get like a 35 to 40x from here. Icosa is very cheap. That's why it's showing you. Icosa and Hedron. Pretty much you can just buy it. In fact, like these are so low. But you're betting on the same thing. So another way to look at it is, okay, not financial advice. I'm just showing you this is how you maneuver these things. Another way to look at it is, let's say you have $10,000 to put in. You got 10 grand and you're like, look, man, should I just throw it into HEX? You don't have to. You might say, man, I just don't want to blow 10 grand on HEX. You could do. You go, well, if HEX goes to my target, Icosa, the derivatives, flush up harder. So that 10 grand, if I was doing it, I go, hey, instead of 10 grand, put in 3 into Icosa. Because now you have 7 grand free, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go buy meme coins and do the other cheap stuff and do that, okay? Because they might even go up even harder. So you see what I mean? See what happens? So you might end up with the same amount. So if you do this, right? If you do, okay, if you have 10K, let's actually write this down, right? 10K becomes 100K, right, on a 10X, okay? Or 3K becomes 100K on 33X. You see what I mean? So this is, so let's do a left arrow, friends, for friendship. This is pIcosa. And this up here is, this is buying pHEX. You see that? Look at that. In both of these scenarios, you end up with 100K. But on the 10K one, you had to deploy 10. But if you had 3, you just buy. But of course, right, this is risky. This is risky. Once again, it can go to 0. Alex can go, you know what? Screw the community. I'm going to Polkadot. He can do that. Okay, it won't be Alex Magic Beard. It'll be Alex Magic Hat or something else. You know what I mean? So these types of people are very pivotal to our success in these. And that's the risk, man. Like Richard Hart is pivotal to the success of the chain, and Alex is pivotal to the... It is what it is, man. If you want to buy super decentralized stuff, friends, go hold Bitcoin for the next year. See how that turns out, okay? Just like everybody buying on the 7th green monthly candle. So I've just shown you the power of leverage and doing it. Now you might say, oh, why doesn't anyone do this? Well, 1, no one believes. 2, no one's got the balls. And 3, no one does the research. So it's like saying, hey, you got to find the right coin with the right competitive edge. That's why, friends, I'm always here 18 hours a day. This is the type of information, this beautiful stuff you find out. So we turn the negative into a positive here, isn't it? Basically figured out for you. Live with you, recording this live, friends. Let's play some nice... Play some nice music, friends. You are my #1 friend. We actually figured it out. See what I mean? They can throw anything at us. Look at this chiseled jaw, right? No one is going to take us down, friends. No. Okay, don't worry about these freaking bears. Fart. World War 3, World War 4. Just put World War 3, 4, and 5 together. Who cares? All right? Look, the beautiful part of swimming through this blood and everything is you get to find a dead body to feast on. Okay, I know. I've got to use better language than that. That's true. It's true. We're pretty much swimming with all the dead bodies, friends. We're trying to be sharks as well. Everyone's a shark at the end of the day, okay? You're either a shark or a fish. Which one do you want to be? Okay, you got to be the shark. Now, you got to feast on these dead bodies. I just showed you how cheap pIcosa is, okay? Just type in ICSA if you want to go to app.piteus.io if you want to participate. This is the chart, right? This is the website right here. That's Piteus, friends. P-I-T-I-A-S, okay? So you can type in, you can go to here, type in ICSA. There you go. There's Icosa, and there's Icosa from Ethereum. Now, obviously, Icosa from Ethereum is way more degen, but you never know, friends. Look, why not? Let's say you're putting money in. Okay, what I'll do is I go, hey, why not do like 80% pIcosa, 20% eIcosa? Okay, that's just something to think about because it's much cheaper. Maybe, or you could do 90-10 if you're too scared. I know you're taking risk on risk on risk on risk because Because you got to believe in the EHEX recovery at that point. That's what you really got to believe in. But look, man, I'm just telling you right now, the chickens will come home to roost back on Ethereum. So you don't have to make it more complicated than that. If you just throw in Icosa, it'll be fine. Because then you're at least, you know, HEX, pHEX. Hopefully, Richard Hart buys it up later on. So, but yes, I know a lot of people are in turmoil. These things going down a lot. But yeah, friends, that's why I do this, man. I don't know, man. You have the core coins. You have the lottery tickets. Did not know the lottery tickets and meme coins were going to absolutely overpower everything else. Now you know for the future, but don't just go firm and buy the tops. You've learned a lot today. I'm going to be covering a lot more things for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Catch you soon.